Good morning and welcome to 3 Peabodies in a Pod. Today we're going to be just doing a good old day in the life. So I thought I'd record today, number one, because I haven't done one of the days in the life videos in a while, and those are my absolute favorite to watch back. We've been doing this for over a year now. And of the many times that we've gone back and watched videos, my favorites are the ones where it's just me and Lizzie going about our day on a weekday. And then eventually Matt gets home and pops in the video for a minute. But yeah, those are my favorite. We're having kind of a unique day today. I have to go to a follow-up appointment to my podiatrist because of a procedure I had done 2 weeks ago today. So today is the follow-up to make sure everything's going well. And I will do a story time later on in the video as to what exactly happened. If you follow me on Instagram and you watched me explain what was going on, you can skip past that part of this video. But just in case you're not an Instagram follower and maybe you don't even know me, you might find it interesting as to what the heck happened to my toe. I decided that I was not gonna try to find someone to hang with Lizzie while I go to the doctor because, number one, she actually likes going to the doctor. Now, not if it's for her, but if it's for me, she enjoys it. There's a struggle with these glasses. They have helped, they're blue light glasses. They have helped immensely with my headaches and my really bad eye tightness and tension because I am looking at a screen all day long between my 2 jobs that I do here at home. One of them is community management for their social media. So I'm looking at my phone all the time. Oh, good job. It was just really starting to take a toll on my eyes, so I finally bought some blue light glasses. The problem is they are so reflective, like it's crazy. So I'm sorry if that gets annoying, but I mean, I'm looking at a screen right now, so I was like, I should take them off for the video, but then I was like, that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm looking at a screen, so I want the blue light to be blocked. Wait, enough about me. Let's say hi to Lizzie. Good morning, Lizzie.
Good morning.
What you eating? A smoothie?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do with all your blueberries here? Wow. And you got a boiled egg and some turkey bacon. Is it all yummy? Yes. So yeah, I just have, I thought today would be interesting going to the doctor's office, a podiatrist at that, and bringing my 3-year-old along. I have several videos in the works, but none of them are just day in the life, so that's why I'm doing this. And they're being filmed over a month, more than that, multiple months, because it is the back patio makeover, which I'm standing on right now. I'm not going to show you any of it because you'll have to see that video, and also our front porch makeover. So those are both going on right now. But like I said, it'll still be a little bit because there's multiple things that we have left that we want to do in both spaces. So for now, just gonna have day in the life. Oh, hello, George. So a little time has passed. I know I haven't filmed anything else, but I've been sitting here working while Lizzie watches Tarzan, one of her new faves. Decided she and I are gonna go on a little mother-daughter lunch date before the toe doctor, because that appointment is not until 3:15. Letting George in. He and the neighbor dog like to bark. What are you doing? Get down! She's just standing on the armrest of the couch, just in her underwear. So that's why I'm not filming it, but she's like super into climbing, jumping. She's obsessed with Jungle Book right now, and he's like swinging from trees, and so is Tarzan. So she's like a little jungle girl right now. We have relocated to the front porch where little Miss Lizzie is playing with a lion and a deer, and I'm gonna do a time lapse of her playtime. Lizzie suddenly wanted to paint her lion. So, made that happen. This playroom is a new addition to the house. It's pretty crazy at the moment, if you can't tell. This is what was my office, but it is now her playroom, and it serves us way better as a playroom than an office that I rarely was ever in. Yellow?
So, yeah.
We're gonna go eat, and then we're gonna go to the toe doctor. You so excited? Gonna have lunch with your mommy? And then toe doctor. Okay, here we go for our lunchtime. Go. Doctor outing. Okay, we are on our way to lunch, and I really thought having a late lunch wouldn't be that big of a deal as far as Lizzie's concerned, because she took forever to eat her breakfast, and she slept till like 8:30, so breakfast started really late. But the amount of times that I've heard the words "I'm hungry, mommy" in the last 30 minutes have been a lot. So she's back there snacking as we are on our way to lunch, but whatever. She loves La Madeleine's soup. She's eaten it so many times in her life, and I love it too. It's always been one of my favorites. So that's where we're going for lunch. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not earlier, but she's never actually eaten in La Madeleine, so it'll be her first time. And I don't think we've ever just gone to lunch or to eat anywhere, just me and her. So it'll be cute, hopefully. You never know what to expect, but maybe it'll be cute. So I'm gonna try to do a brief story time on my toe situation. I'm not good at being brief, but I'm genuinely going to try to not drag it out. I'm already kind of doing it. So get to the point. A couple months ago, I had a sore spot that was below the cuticle line but above the first knuckle on my big toe on my right foot. It was like a lump, and it felt like a bruise, so I just assumed that I had like hit it on something or dropped something on it and forgotten, because that would have been very believable. And it went away, and then several weeks later the little lump, whatever, came back, and it didn't go away this time. And at the advice of my mom, she said to soak it in Epsom salt. And so I started doing that, and it went away again. Then it came back, and this time it was red. Like, it actually looked kind of angry, and it was really hurting. And I was regularly doing Epsom salt foot soak. And it just kept getting worse and worse. And I was also using triple antibiotic cream on it, but I couldn't. The nail was fine. The area surrounding the nail was fine. It was below the cuticle line, so I couldn't get to whatever the issue was. So putting antibiotics on it and even soaking it kind of felt pointless, even though obviously it was helping, because it made it better once, and it was kind of keeping it at bay, it seemed. But I just had no idea what was going on. And then our Houston weekend came whenever Lizzie and I went and spent one night in Houston at Christina's house. Before we left, I put a bunch of triple antibiotic on it, and I bandaged it and put on socks. And then we went to Houston, and I did not unbandage it the whole time we were there. I just wanted it to have the medicine on it and not even mess with it. Well, that night, obviously it had been a very active time, because there's a bunch of kids, and it's an active visiting our best friend's situation. So I've been on my feet a lot, and I knew that night, it's throbbing, it's hurting so bad. But again, I didn't look look at it. I didn't want to take off the bandage that I had put on there. I wanted it to stay just like tucked away until I got home the next day. But I went ahead and sent a message to my primary care doctor that night, Sunday night, so that they would see it Monday morning. And I said, can you refer me to a podiatrist? I explained the situation, said I think I need to get in and have a specialist look at this because I have no idea what's going on. They wrote me back that morning, sent me a referral. Lizzie and I got back from Houston that Monday afternoon. I called the place that they referred me to, and I think it was the next day. Well, I explained what was happening, and she was like, okay, he's booking about a week out. And I was like, I don't think I can wait a week. This is a pretty not fun, very painful, like it was super swollen at this point, extremely sensitive to the touch, where like after I would do a soak, if I was using a Kleenex to try to kind of dry the nail, because I figured like moisture or like water sitting on the nail, it was probably not good. I don't know. I was just trying to cover all my bases. Even a Kleenex, like grazing where it was super swollen, was like, oh, like searing pain. It hurt so bad. So I explained that, and she was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And she called back, and she said, we can get you in tomorrow at like 3 o'clock, or forget what time. So I went in, and the nurse, as soon as she saw my toenail, she was like, we're gonna have to remove your toenail. And I was like, I don't know why that hadn't dawned on me yet. I think it's because it did not seem related to the toenail at all. I know what ingrown toenails look like. I just, and whenever you push on the nail, no pain whatsoever. It was all below that. So I thought my worst fear at the time was like, we're gonna have to lance it or something awful. And anyway, so I went in with my biggest fear being them having to lance it. Had not even crossed my mind that they were gonna have to remove the entire nail. And I'm a huge chicken. I don't know what my pain tolerance is. I feel like my physical pain tolerance is like average, but my mental ability to like anticipate pain that I know is about to come is not good. I cannot do it. And I knew obviously they were going to have to numb my toe, and the idea of shots going into my toe was freaking me out really bad. So I even asked the nurse, how bad are these shots? And she straight up said, which I do appreciate the honesty, but it made it way worse for me. She said, she said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all the shots I've received, these shots are one of the most uncomfortable. She used the word uncomfortable. And I just knew, like, if a nurse is saying that to me, it's gonna be bad. And so I was like, I can't do this today. I need a couple days to wrap my head around what's gonna happen. Like, I just know myself. I know it's also dragging it out. I could just get it over with, but I just know my Christy brain needs some time to like prepare myself. And I was terrified of these shots. Like, what a sensitive place to have to put shots, like into the knuckle of your toe, in between the big toe and the next toe over, like under the toe. Oh, I needed time. And they were like, we understand, that's fine. The doctor was definitely trying to like urge me to do it, but I was like, I'm so sorry. I know I sound ridiculous. I've had a baby. I've had an epidural in my back. Like, I know I can handle it. I just need to prepare. I'm sorry. It sounds so silly. And they're like, no, we understand. It's fine. Well, they couldn't see me for a week. So he gave me antibiotic. So I was super relieved by that. Oh, and he also said it was an ingrown toenail. And I was like, you're kidding me. Like, this, my nail feels fine. It's not anywhere around the nail, like where you think of ingrown toenails being. And he was like, an ingrown nail can actually happen below the cuticle line, like where the nail's growing from. cops sitting everywhere, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm going exactly the speed limit, but it still freaks me out. Anyway, so that just totally threw me off. Okay. So I called the next day. They couldn't see me for a week, so I had to majorly doctor it, take the antibiotic, do major Epsom salt soaks that whole week. It got ugly. It got real ugly. And I really, even though I was still so anxiety ridden, I totally felt better mentally. Like, okay, I know this is going to happen. I know what I'm going to do. I have to go in. I have to deal with it. They even prescribed me 2 Valium, I think that's what it was, which did nothing except make me super emotional. So when I was sitting back in the room waiting for the doctor to come in, waiting for the nurse to come in to administer the shots, which is literally the only thing I was freaking out about. Not even the toenail removal itself. It was just the shots. Where, baby? Anytime she sees a tall building, she thinks it's where Matt works, because he works in the Capitol. And oh, this is not my exit. Where should I go? I'll go down. She calls the Capitol Daddy's Tower. So anytime she sees like a big building, she's like, "Is that Daddy's Tower?" Anyway, this is in no way ending up being brief. I'm already at 10 minutes. Almost 10 minutes. I started crying back there, and I was apologizing. I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm not, like, I don't know why I'm crying," but it really was because of the Valium. Like, it did not calm me down at all. It just made me emotional. And I'm already an emotional person, so yeah, it was great. They did the 2 shots. It hurt really bad, but it wasn't just like excruciating. And then he came in, started messing with the toenail, and I was like, "I can still feel that." And he was like, "Okay, we'll do a few more shots." And this is when he did the ones on the underside of my toe, and those were horrific. I screamed, and I was not expecting it because I had already gone through the first 2 that sucked, but they weren't just excruciating, like I said. These were, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," because I was like, my whole body jerked. I screamed, and he was like, "It's okay, it's okay." Clearly, we found the nerve that was not blocked, and I was like, "Yeah, you did." I'm turning too early, but whatever. And so then it was numb. He removed the nail. I did not watch. I kind of, like, a part of me wanted to watch it, but another part of me knew that, like, my mind is such a powerful thing. It would probably, like, create pain, even though I couldn't feel a thing. My mind would, like, somehow make me feel what he was doing. So I just didn't watch. Anyway, that's the story. Oh, moral of the story, not moral, but whole point, it wasn't an ingrown nail. In the middle, this is just, too much. In the middle of taking out the nail, he said, "Do you have a pet?" And I said, "Why are you asking me that?" Like, I just could not think of a reason that wouldn't be just horrifying or embarrassing. And I was like, "Yes, I have a dog." And he was like, "This is actually more common than anyone would think, but pet hair can get under the cuticle and get pretty far back there and cause a blockage and an infection, and that is what has happened to you." So there's your knowledge. He said that whenever people get pedicures, Lizzie's falling asleep. Hey, wake up. They trim the cuticles, and then things can get under there. Like, the whole point of having cuticles is to protect your nail and, like, where the growth plate, I don't know, is. And yeah, it made sense because the polish that I had on my nails from my last pedicure on all my other nails was like half grown off, and on this nail it was not grown at all. So that nail had not grown in months because I hadn't had another pedicure in who knows how long. And I guess some of George's hair got under there and caused the whole blockage and just lovely experience. So today is 2 weeks from having that done, and this appointment is so that he can make sure everything's healing and looks the way it's supposed to look. And it has been a tough recovery. I mean, I can walk. Obviously, there's many things that could be much worse to recover from. But it's a lot harder than you would have thought. Like, a raw nail bed is not a fun thing to have, especially when you have a 3-year-old and a dog running around. I'm in constant fear of someone stepping on it or hitting it. And part of the healing process is like you have to leave it uncovered and just open air, like so that the air can help heal it. And so that's like really super paranoid about someone hitting it during those times. But yeah. Anyway, we're here at La Madeleine now. In there. Making friends with a birdie. Are you talking to him? He'll probably fly away, but you can try. Go say hi. Lizzie eating her tomato basil and a little juice box and yogurt and veggie sticks and pineapple. And then I've got a Caesar salad and my own tomato basil. Big fans of the tomato basil here. She is shooing the birds away. Done with lunch. It was very pleasant but exhausting, as is anything with a kid, but she was great. Bathroom was kind of an ordeal, but whatever, you know, it's whatever. Now Lizzie's gonna go help me at the toe doctor.
No.
Why not? You're not gonna help mommy? Cool. Cool. That is the hospital that Lizzie was born in. Somehow I didn't even realize we'd be over in this area. There she is now, passing by the place that she came into this world at. Lizzie, can you sit down? Oh, no knocking. We're here. We're in the room where it all happened.
What's that?
Those are feet and ankles. Okay. Lizzie's taking off her shoe because I took off my shoe.
Hey.
Appointment over with. Toe is looking good. And Lizzie did really good. We had to wait we were there for about 30 minutes and only with the doctor for like 3. So that's a lot of waiting time when you're 3 years old. But she did good, and now we're headed home, and I feel like she might fall asleep. But I thought I would be recording me making some chicken fajitas for our dinner tonight, but is looking like Matt is going to be working super late because they are in special session and there's a filibuster happening. My knowledge on that is limited, as in I just know the word. So it'll just be an evening with me and Lizzie and waiting for Daddy to come home. But yeah, we're headed home now. This is gonna ruin bedtime. Hey Lizzie, what do you want for dinner? I think I heard pizza in there a couple times, but we don't have pizza. How about, I don't know, what do you want?
Popcorn, donut, pussy, honey,
Okay, all I got from that was popcorn and donut. That's a weird dinner.
I
Okay.
want popcorn.
Okay, I'll give you popcorn. Well, we decided on popcorn, strawberries, a smoothie again, and a veggie pouch for Lizzie's dinner. For me, I'm having Greek yogurt and some granola. Pretty boring. This is what happens on nights that Matt is gonna be home late. I just kind of like, meh. Okay, well it is bath time. So I am going to wrap this up for the day. I had a lot of fun filming our day together and hopefully it was interesting to watch, but I know that we will enjoy it years down the road to watch. And hopefully my toenail story didn't make anyone click away. Alright, if you watched this long, thanks so much for watching. As always, don't forget to click like on this video and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you in the next one.